Hey, hello, this is Jay again, and I have to do that introduction so I remember what I'm doing. We're going to tie another winter steelhead fly, summer steelhead fly, using a rabbit strip and Pro Sport Fisher components. This is very similar to Brian Silvey's famous fly, just a little bit different. So let's get into this here. It's a real fish catcher. This is a micro tube in black, and somewhere here on the table I have a hook guide, purple. Last video I shot I called it a hook guard. Not a hook guard, it's a hook guide. Press it on the flexi needle. And you notice I've got my flexi needle coming straight out of my vise, so I can, if I wanted to, I don't need to on this fly, but I could rotate my vise and it would stay pretty much in the same plane. Let's wind some thread on here and get started. And I start about, last fly I started 1/2 inch up from the base of the tube. This one was a little bit over, a little bit of cement there. This just provides a base. I want a little bit of flash now. Now the last fly I tied, I used polar chenille in a copper UV. Another color I like, this is Senyo's Freckled Predator Wrap, and I'm going to use 2 turns. You could get away with 1 turn with this material. Now it's a bit longer than I want it right now. Winding over it a little bit. So I'm going to gather this up, and let's say I want my flash to be about this long. There we go. Now here comes my rabbit strip. So this is purple rabbit strip, and this is from the very end of the strip. So I've got a little raggedy piece there I trim off. I'm going to cut just a little bit of a taper, not much, just a little bit, in the end. Do you have to do this? Nope. Why do I do it? I have no idea. I think I saw somebody do it one time and I liked the idea. Now, here's the part, you know, you could tie this in and be this long. My hook's only going to come back about this far. This would be a very effective fly. The only reason I don't always do that is that sometimes this strip will foul on the hook, and sometimes the fish will actually bite a fly. They'll grab, eat a fly that's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to do this in the spirit of Brian's pattern, which is not very long. My hook guard comes to here. So I want, I think the back of the hook's going to come out about this far. I want the rabbit strip to come just right about to where the bend of the hook will be. And I think that's about it. So that tells me how long I want this strip to be. I can see where my thread is, so I go forward of the thread, trim off the rabbit strip, pull out that extra bit of fur. Now I am going to cut a taper where I tie it in, and I can tell you why I do this. I do this to as you probably heard too many times, I like to tie, I probably got more than one video that's almost exactly the same, but you know, heck, it's hard to come up with totally original flies. So sometimes you do the same thing in different colors. Anyway, I cut that triangle in front to reduce the amount of bulk. A little bit of cement. What I'm going to do next, this time I shall happen. Of course, right now I realize, doggone it, I was going to show you, I wanted to have a little bit more weight on this fly. I had planned on using this tungsten raw weight, and I was going to slip this on. You wouldn't put it on here. I would have put that on first, right back here, and then put on the predator wrap, and then put on the strip, and then put on the schlappen. But as usual, I forgot. So this is going to be an unweighted rabbit strip fly. Thank you for your patience. But that shows you how, if you wanted a fly that would sink a little bit faster and you didn't want to use a cone, I'm going to tie this in by the tip, a cone or a heavy bead, you could use a tungsten raw weight or a drop weight. You know, sometimes you when you're making these videos, you just forget to do something. I'm folding my hackle. I'm rubbing the back side. It's a square-ish metal end on my humor tube tool. You can use the back side of your scissors also to fold your hackle. You don't have to fold your hackle, but if your hackle will let you fold it, it creates a kind of a swept back angle. Is just the barbules are less likely to get tangled under one another. So the color combinations I've chosen here are purple with black. You could also go purple with purple, you know, purple rabbit with a purple schlappen. You go purple with kingfisher blue. You could go purple with an olive. So I'm going to put a cone on this to finish it, and the cone will give it just a little bit of weight. If I had put on that tungsten raw weight, it would sink a little bit faster. This whole matter of how much do you weight your steelhead flies is it's a great topic for conversation. I have friends who fish flies in the winter that are pretty heavy. They're tied on shanks with dumbbell eyes. They're pretty heavy. They're fishing deeper water. They're fishing they're fishing in a manner that their fly needs to get down pronto. So here's my let me see if I can show this to you here. This is my ultrasonic disc. It's hard to see some of these things. Let me see how I can. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure out a way to hold this. Okay, hopefully you can see that. It's these are really cool discs. They make all kinds of cones and discs. This is just one that I'm particularly taken by. Anyway, some of my friends fish pretty heavily weighted flies, bigger flies. I'm trying to tell a story, but I would normally cut that off with a razor blade. but I used my scissors so I could keep it on the screen. That's too long. If I melt that, it's gonna just make a big old wad. It's easier to get this right when you use a razor blade. So I haven't finished telling that story about, you know how to do this already. Some of these folks are fishing heavily weighted flies. Some are fishing unweighted flies. Tubes that don't even have a cone on them. They both catch fish. I favor the lightly weighted or unweighted flies. Just let my tip do the work. I use a fairly moderate tip, and this fly it's very active, very wiggly, flowy. This is just a great steelhead fly. Look at that, purple, black, a little bit of flash. I know I haven't explained everything, but hope this is good enough to get you going, and you get out there and have some fun swinging for steel. Thank you.